guys, welcome back here to second season all-time playthrough here. I wanted to do a quick channel, I guess you'd say simulation of the games here. Got a little bit of different setup here, so I apologize if there's any glare off of the iPad itself. Definitely not intentional, but unfortunately the way it works, of course, right? Sometimes you have to try to do some glare here, and but with that being said, let's get right to it. So we're going into the second round now, guys, right? So the second round means we're going to simulate as many games as I can so that I can get to the 4 games in the third round. And by that I mean I might play the games that people were most excited for. So for instance, games that I think people are are pretty much the most excited for were games like the Seattle Seahawks. Possibly somebody really liked that one. Everybody wanted to see Green Bay Packers, right? People wanted to see the Dallas Cowboys continue. And of course they wanted to see the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. So without further ado, I want to play the Oakland Raiders versus the Miami Dolphins right here. It's actually the 23rd game. It's the 3rd seed versus the 19th seed. Now I want to play them for sure. So I'm going to play them, but I'm going to simulate all other games besides one. So I want to play 2 games in the second round. Then that allows me to then play a lot of third round games. That way we can kind of enjoy some really great football, and then of course I won't have to, sacrifice too much time away to play great coverage, because I want to be able to get all these videos out before any other series is started. With that being said, guys, I apologize if any of your teams are are lost in the mix-up between rounds here, but with that being said, let's get back to the dice here, guys, as we of course do. Home team's going to be the higher seed, or basically the seed that's on top. So it looks like right now the top seeds will always be the ones that are going to be home from here on out, because they are the higher seeds supposedly, okay? So with that said, it will be the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Redskins. Now the Arizona Cardinals are the 32nd seed versus Washington Redskins, which are the 16th seed. Now I think I just mentioned that it was going to be the higher one, so like the top over the bottom. But I'm not sure that's going to actually work out, because the Arizona Cardinals had a major upset against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that said, I'm actually going to make it so that whoever the lowest seed is, so like the Washington Redskins are the 16th seed here, I'll make them the ones that are home. So with that being said, they are home. They have home field advantage, and they will play against the Arizona Cardinals. So let's roll the dice and see if this one works out for us in our favor. I want to see a good game, of course. So with that said, that's going to be an 11 here. So an 11 with a Washington Redskins, who are a C team, versus Arizona Cardinals, which are an E team. So C versus E, 11-45. That means the Washington Redskins have won the game. So let's look real quick at this. Finish that game. And of course, while it loads here, we always have to wait here. Washington Redskins there, and I have to put a score in to play the game. So there you go, 1-0 there. And there you go. So we might see Joe Theismann even continuing forward. That's pretty exciting. I'm very excited for that. So with that being said, the first team into the third round is going to be the Washington Redskins. All right, so Seattle Seahawks versus San Diego Chargers. Let's hold off on that one and see whether or not we want to play that, or if we want to simulate it. Because I know that those Seahawks are 25th, and the San Diego Chargers are 24th rated team, and I know somebody really wanted to watch the Seahawks played. So I might hold off on them to see how well our brackets are here. With that being said, I might do Green Bay Packers versus Tennessee Titans as a, because it's such a big blowout here, 4 to the 13th seed, I might just simulate this game here, which will be the Green Bay Packers, who are an A team, and the Tennessee Titans, who are a D team. So A to D is 11-46. Let's do this one. It'll be the Green Bay Packers home versus Tennessee Titans. And with that being said, it's going to be 41. That, my friends, was within that 46 time frame. And the Green Bay Packers will be the second team into the third round. So good for them there. Now we're going to, let's see if that will add up. There it goes. It has the point there. It's all we needed. So Denver Broncos versus Philadelphia Eagles. I definitely want to see the Denver Broncos go forward. I do like the Philadelphia Eagles, and I like what they represent, but I would like to see the Denver Broncos played out here. All right, so with that being said, we're going to roll it here. And the 34, now the home team is going to be Denver. Denver's a B rating. Philadelphia is a C rating. So B versus C, 11 to 44. That 34 is going to be, I'm not sure if you guys, yeah, you guys can see that. 34 is going to be within that frame, so that means the Denver Broncos will be facing off against the Green Bay Packers, which should be a phenomenal game. I'm hoping you guys are excited for that one. That should be a great matchup in the third round, and I think that's why I wanted to kind of quickly do these games. That way we can get into that third round real quick and get to these games. But with that being said, let's go to our next game here. We only have 4 more games left here, and we're definitely going to play the Oakland Raiders versus Miami Dolphins. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dallas Cowboys, let's hold off on that one here, and let's go to that Indianapolis Colts and Kansas City Chiefs. 2 teams that I think not very many people really were excited for. Not saying that you aren't great that too much there, but let's get right to it. So Indianapolis Colts is a 7, or I apologize, not a 7 seed, so they're a home team there. So they're a C, and then the Kansas City Chiefs are a C as well. So with that being said, because it's 11 to 43, and we rolled a 66, that means, my friends, the Kansas City Chiefs have created the upset, folks. Created the upset to beat the Indianapolis Colts. That is absolutely insane here, guys. I cannot believe it. So with that said, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the next team to go to the third round of the all-time leaderboard. You can almost already hear it, right? The Arrowhead Stadium is just rocking and rolling here. All right, so with that said, we're going to leave up to New Orleans Saints versus Chicago Bears. 27th seed versus the 11th. So Chicago Bears are an A rating, and the New Orleans Saints are an E rating. So an E versus let's see here, E versus A. So A is going to be home versus E. So 11 to 51 here. Wow, this is going to be a big one if it's an upset. And a 61, folks, that is an upset. So the New Orleans Saints have now, if you guys have thought about this, have gone through one of the hardest brackets here possible. They have faced the 6th seed and gone through, and now have faced the 11th seed and gone through as well. They have spoiled all of the top dogs there and are going through in the clutch. So with that said, folks, the New Orleans Saints, Kansas City Chiefs are awaiting their 2 players, or 2 teams are going to play. Now, I think with that said, let's see here. I'm going to do the Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the 18th seed versus the 31st. That should almost be an automatic win. The Dallas Cowboys have an A versus an E, which should be an automatic win, just like the last game should have been, right? The Chicago Bears versus the New Orleans Saints. Let's do this real quick. I want to get through as many games as I can. So, that said, 42. That should do it. A versus E is 11 to 51. So with that said, the Dallas Cowboys have moved on, and they will be facing off against some very cool talent here, Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm excited for the third round, guys. I hope you guys are. As, of course, we have now set up for 2 games here to finalize the scenario. It'll be Seattle Seahawks versus the San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders versus the Miami Dolphins. The reason why I chose these 2 teams, first and foremost, is these are kind of the underdogs, right? The 25th versus the 24th. In reality, it should be the Los Angeles Chargers now, right? And then Oakland Raiders versus the Miami Dolphins. 2 viewers both really like the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. So, with that said, I really want to welcome you guys to the third round here, where we're going to have 4 games, which are easy to kind of simulate. To break it down for you guys, each game usually takes about 4 days to record, right? Because I usually do like 1 or 2 quarters a day. I just want to give you guys a heads up on how long this will take. So with that said, there's going to be 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 24 days possibly. It's a whole month almost of me recording, right? And so I might simulate one of these games here in the top teams. So like if New Orleans Saints, if it's just like a team that I don't really want to play, I might just simulate those games, just like the Washington Redskins. If like the Chargers win, I don't want to see the Redskins versus Chargers. No one really was requesting to see them. I might simulate that one just to speed up the process so that we can see all together who leaves this table the number 1 champion. So guys, once more, I want to thank you guys so much for all of you guys' feedback. Smash that like button down below. If you like any comments or any things you guys want to see, basically in general, comment down below. I want to kind of give you guys all the channel opportunities that you guys are wanting. I'm very excited for all of this, and I'm very excited for everything you guys have kind of given me here, an opportunity to kind of showcase such a great game. If there's any games you guys are looking forward to or want to see, put it down in the comment section below. And of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I love it. I love all the feedback. Again, guys, I'll see you guys next time here. For the next time here, I believe the next game I think I'm going to play is the Oakland Raiders versus the Miami Dolphins. Let's make that the next game. So, without further ado, guys, let's get ready to rumble here with Oakland Raiders, who are thinking about going to Las Vegas, and the Miami Dolphins, who are still looking for that Super Bowl victory from the elusive times of the 1980s. I'll see you guys next time in the bleachers.